Hi, it's Skip from Skip's Messy Workbench. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing because this is like take 102. Just kidding, I'm exaggerating. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and do a really quick video on a couple of different things. One of them is a movie I just saw, and the other thing is that I've added 4 new kits to my stash that I want to show you. I'm not going to do a box opening in this because I want to make this a quick video, but I want to show you what I have. Anyway, hang in there and we'll be back here in just 30 seconds. Okay, welcome back, and I'm glad you stayed with me. So, what I want to talk to you about is that I went to see a movie last week. It's called Sound of Freedom. I'm sure you heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, you're hearing it now. That movie is absolutely fabulous. If you have not seen that film yet, please make it a point to see that film. When I left that theater, and even now, after a week after seeing it, when I left there, I still feel the after effects from that film. It is a very heavy-duty film. So it's based on a true story. I'll tell you, if you don't know, it's about the slavery, the human slavery in this country, in fact in the world, how there are more human slaves now than there were during the peak of slavery. But the just extra disturbing thing about it is the child sex abuse and the child pornography industry, which is booming, unfortunately. Anyway, please take a look at the movie. I'm spreading the word. Anybody who has seen the film, we're all spreading the word. It's a must-see film for everybody. So now, if you're saying, well, you know, I really don't have a lot of extra cash right now to go to a movie, well, down in the description box, there is a link where you can still get some free tickets to go see the movie at one of your local theaters. So today is Saturday, July the 29th, 2013, and as of today, there are still some free tickets left. And I happen to know that the film is still running here in where I am in eastern Pennsylvania. I live in the Lehigh Valley, as we say, the Lehigh Valley part of Pennsylvania, and it's still playing in our theaters. Please, if you get an opportunity, please go see the film. It's about 2.5 hours, but you won't be sorry. Okay, so that said, and again, link for free tickets if you so need to. Okay, that said, and talking about films, so a nice segue into this. You know, I'm sure everybody has a favorite film or favorite films. I know I do. I can tell you that #1 on my list of films is the Godfather trilogy. That there's just that film, those 3 films, 1 and 2 in particular. 3's still okay, but not as good, my opinion. So anyway, that's my #1. #2 is on the same theme of organized crime, and that's a movie called Once Upon a Time in America. It stars Robert De Niro and James Wood, along with a lot of other very big name stars. It's a 3.5 hour movie, but it's #2 on my list. In fact, it flips back and forth between 1 and 2. Really, really well done. The number 3 on my list is the one that I want to talk about. The number 3 on my list of favorite films is the Back to the Future trilogy. Number 1 and 3 are my favorites. 2's good, but 1 and 3 are my favorite. And the reason I mention that is because I was doing some shopping. I haven't been working in the shop much, but I have been doing some shopping, especially in this enormous humidity that we're having here in Pennsylvania. And I think a lot of people throughout the country are having it also. But I found a couple of kits that I have been wanting to build and putting it off for a long time. And that is, the first one is the Back to the Future DeLorean from film number 1. And this kit, it's made by, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly. It's Aoshima, and it's spelled Aoshima. I've never even heard of this brand. Maybe you have. Remember, I'm coming back into this hobby after a long hiatus, so I'm still on a learning curve. So I wanted to always build these Back to the Future DeLoreans, so I picked this one up. And you can build this either with the long rod on it that, if you remember at the end where he caught the electrical wire, or you can build it with the standard number 2, or number 1, I'm sorry, rear end where they have all the electronics. So that's that one. As I was shopping, I couldn't help it, but they had the Back to the Future 3 DeLorean. And so I got this one too. And this can also be built to, this is also by the same company, Aoshima. And this one can be built either with the 1950s style white wall tires, or it comes with railroad track and the wheels for rail mounting, so that this can also be built as the version that the train pushed along the rail tracks. So that's that one. And I'll be doing box openings on these guys coming up soon. The next thing is not actually it was a motion picture. It was a film, but it was a TV show first, and it was a science fiction show that I used to watch when I was a fairly young kid. I was probably 11, 12 years old when this was on, and I fell in love with the robot, and I'm talking about Lost in Space. Actually, I was madly in love with Judy. Judy Robinson. She was a doll. Anyway, I digress. But I look at the show now and it's like, wow, this thing is really kind of corny, but it's still good. But anyway, the reason I mention it is because I also found, and I see this, it must be a fairly new release, but I found the Lost in Space Chariot, and I had to buy it. So I did. This is made by a company called Doll and Hobby. Again, I've never heard of them, but we'll give it a shot. This is still in the cellophane. My DeLoreans were not in the cellophane, but the inside, all the parts and the trees and everything are still in their original bags. But this is a brand new kit, and it's still in cellophane. But the Chariot, so I'm going to do a box opening for this one also. Along with the Chariot. Oh, and by the way, the Chariot looks like it comes with a small robot and a figurine of Will Robinson. So that'll be interesting. And then the last thing I added from Lost in Space is the robot. I saw this and it's like, you know what? I don't care what kind of kit this is, I gotta get this. So I did. This is made by Polar Lights, another company that I have never heard of before, but you know, we'll see. I'll do a box opening on this guy too. without even opening this box, I've got some plans for this because, you know, I have an electronics background and some of the things I do is also in electronics, even as a hobby. And I need to make these things light up and the little things twirl and stuff. So anyway, that's the Lost in Space robot. So that's it for this time. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update and tell you to please, if you have not seen the movie Sound of Freedom, please take the opportunity to go see it while it's in the theaters. It should be there a little while yet. It opened July 4th, so I don't know if it'll be there too much longer, but again, please, if you have not seen the film, it's well worth the watch. Again, link in the description box for free tickets for it. Okay, you go to the website. I think you have to register, but it's free, and they'll send you free tickets, or you can pick at the theater of your choice. All right, so recommend it. One other thing, I just saw Oppenheimer yesterday, and another very good film. 3-hour film, but very good. I learned some things about Robert Oppenheimer that I never knew before. So I want to recommend that one too. All right. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. I really appreciate your watching. If you really like it, give me a thumbs up. I want to thank all my subscribers for the thumbs ups. I want to thank those who comment. I really like the comments. I try to respond to everybody, and I guess that's it for now. So until the next time when I do some box openings, I will see you later. Bye. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down, but you know, I would prefer a thumbs up. And do me a favor, if you really liked it, smack that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I release new videos, give that bell a ring and set it to all. I don't release a lot of videos, so I won't be bugging you that much. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.